Orion Township. I'm Mark Thurber, your treasurer. Thank you to ONTV for allowing me this opportunity to tell you all about myself, why you should vote for me, and perhaps dispel some false statements you may have heard during this contentious election year. I sincerely ask for your vote as I run for re-election in the primary on August 2nd. My qualifications, background, and experience make me the clear choice for this position and greatly outweigh that of my opponent on every count. Documented and proven qualifications that make me the vastly superior choice for your treasurer include that I am a certified public treasurer from Central Michigan University. I have a Bachelor's of Science degree from Oakland University. I've done post-grad work at George Washington University. I have 25 years of experience in finance and investment management. I'm the holder of multiple patents and publications. 30 years of business experience are under my belt. And I have selected a deputy that is highly qualified as a CPA with vast banking and finance experience. My accomplishments include receiving the highest auditor's rating for multiple years for Orion Treasury operation. This independently certifies that I'm doing a good job for the community. By totally revamping township investments, I've reduced our risk from $44 million to under $1 million while earning greater returns, earnings that pay for the cost of my department more than twice over each year. I've streamlined and automated treasury processes and introduced acceptance of credit cards for all transactions. I initiated the preservation of Camp Agawam Boy Scout Camp, which ultimately led to its purchase by Orion Township, preventing it from being bulldozed. I've kept several of our families from foreclosure so they can stay in their homes. I've also helped establish the Orion Oxford Lone Ranger Committee. I'm presently spearheading a project to install a handicapped parking lot connected to the Pollyant Trail at Indianwood Road. Other public services I provide is that I'm on the board of directors for Oakland County Treasurers Association. I'm the treasurer of Pollyant Trail. I sit on the Orion Township Senior Advisory Council. I'm on the board of directors for North Oakland Transportation Authority. I'm a committee member and treasurer for Boy Scouts of America Troop 128 and treasurer for the local USA hockey team. A little bit about my background. My father was a Chrysler engineer and developer of many safety items in cars today, including airbags and seatbelts. My mom was born in the midst of World War II in Europe, all while my grandfather was serving and decorated in both the British Navy and Royal Air Force. I'm a member of Christ the Redeemer and St. Paul's churches. I coach for the Lake Orion Youth Baseball League and USA Hockey. I'm heavily involved in the Boy Scouts of America and Cub Scouts. I volunteer at the schools when I can, and what little time is left over after that, I'm an avid scuba diver, skier, and auto enthusiast. Something you should know about the principles I stand for are, I believe the primary purpose of elected officials is to serve the will of the residents of Orion Township. All elected officials have a duty to serve as an example of good citizenship, not skirting all the rules. I strive to be a role model in all things as to be an example to our younger generations. I am dedicated to the preservation of our culture, our character, and values here in Orion Township and feel it must stand as priority over development. Although progress and refinement are desired, our community is not required to make any sacrifice to that end. Constant monitoring and wisdom in spending by the government is absolutely necessary. I'd like to take this time to clear the air on various false assertions made about me in forums where opportunity for my reply was not possible. My attendance. Since taking office, I have been present and available more than any other treasurer in over a decade, every day, full-time. False accusations to the contrary are the reason I parked my car in front of the Township Hall rather than in the rear of the building. So that way residents can see that I am present from Joslyn Road without even slowing down. 2 instances of absence have taken place, and once explained, are quite obvious and reasonable. Just before taking office, I discovered the prior administration did not arrange for health insurance coverage for all employees for 2013. I have small children, one with special needs, and appropriately so, will not go for a moment without insurance coverage. I made it very clear if the position would not cover insurance for my family, I would resign even before officially taking office. During this interim period, I took vacation and holiday time from my then career at General Motors to bridge the gap. Evidence of this is that the township insurance begins on February 1st, not on January 1st, unlike the rest of the world. Secondly, in late 2013, my mother contracted a rare and aggressive form of cancer. She was also the primary caregiver for my grandfather. The Old Testament teaches us to honor thy father and thy mother. Any of you out there who have had your lives touched by terminal cancer understand what a horrible road you are forced to take. I devoted as much time as possible to caring for both of them while still coming to work most days. On February 28, 2014, I was called to take my mom to the emergency room for the last time. She passed away 2 weeks later on St. Patrick's Day. In a confidential email I sent to the Board of Trustees, I explained the situation, expecting decency, normal human compassion and understanding, instead using an obsolete 1890 law. Trustees Porter, Trustee Flood, Trustee Steele, and Supervisor Barnett encouraged my legal prosecution for missing that single day. Yet no service to the public was left unattended and no duty was missed. These are the same people who are now asking for your trust, confidence, and votes. Without condolence or respect, I was robbed of proper time to grieve. I think this clarification tells you all you need to know about my character and perhaps more importantly, the lack of character found in some of the other candidates. Another assertion being made is the advanced technology my opponent would bring if gaining office. At university, I learned 5 computer language and digital logic. I have set up countless computer networks, have multiple patents, all in the technology arena. My own inventions appear in every iPhone, iPad, and iPod, as well as most domestically built cars spanning more than 2 decades. Somehow, the sheer notion that I could be schooled in technology application by someone whose career extends no further than being a real estate agent has absolutely zero credibility. My opponent is being propelled largely by businesses and our pro-development supervisor who wish to take full control of your government. She herself has made a business of buying up township-owned land for development and sale. Through supervisor appointment, has a seat on the Board of Development for Brown Road. Bear in mind that your local government is selected by you, the residents, those who make Orion their home, not by a monopoly. The very nature of business and development is to consume and produce a profit. Everything else falls secondary to that objective. Please support me for the following reasons. The reason I left my position at General Motors to become your treasurer is simple. Having survived the bankruptcy, I saw myself devoting all my time and energy to things all over the globe, but nothing to the community where I lived, the community I love and want to become and wanted to become closer to. I saw Orion had a need, so I made a change and sacrificed a much higher paying position to do so. Vote for me on August 2nd because I stand for traditional principles, the will of Orion residents, and I will not crumble under the pressure of childish politics. Vote for me on August 2nd because my record shows clearly my priority lies with the best interests of Orion Township and do not take kindly to being shoved around for others for personal gain. Vote for me on August 2nd because I chose Orion to raise my young children, own my home, establish my roots, and will be here for the long haul, come hell or high water. As such, I will not accept anything but the best for my community. Vote for me on August 2nd because I am objective. I'm not a developer, a landowner, a builder, a real estate agent, and I don't own a local business. Orion is my home, not a plaything to be used for personal gain or the folly of special interests. Vote for me on August 2nd because I'm qualified, have an absolutely excellent track record of professionalism, performance, and conduct. Vote for me on August 2nd because I represent what government should be, respectable, dignified, and transparent. In closing, let me urge you, do not let your viewpoint be swayed by hype, spin, deception, intimidation, or voting for a friend. Learn about each candidate, review their record, weigh the performance, qualification, and character, and let that guide you as you place your very important vote. You are electing officials that have far greater impact on your home, your family, and daily life than electing president. Putting the wrong person in office will lead Orion, our hometown, down a path of change that can never be undone. When casting your ballot, it's just you, your conscience, and God above in that booth. Vote with good judgment and for the future of your community. Vote for me, Mark Thurber, as your treasurer on August 2nd. Thank you.